Did you know 1 out of every 5 children are hungry due to the lack of nutrition they receive at home? This means everyone will come in contact with a child that is starving at least once in their lifetime. These children could easily be your next door neighbors, distant family members, or random children that you see at a convenience store. Out of 11 million households, between 14 and 16 million children under the age of 15 are and will be food insecure.
Hunger is not a problem that comes out of nowhere, but one that has its roots in one of society's more publicly addressed problems: poverty. More than 45 million people, or 14.5% of all Americans, lived below the poverty line last year, and many of them are children. Several studies have shown a strong correlation between poverty and hunger throughout the United States. One way that we see this problem is through families' increased reliance on food banks as the levels of unemployment increased. In late 2007, the world became intimately familiar with financial crisis, which only exacerbated the food crisis occurring throughout households in the U.S. A population that already struggled with hunger was given a harsh setback. As our country recovers, the problem of hunger is being helped some, but it is nowhere near enough to feed the hungry children around our country.
In an alarming percentage, 62% of America's teachers regularly see kids who come to school hungry for lack of food at home. 85% of our children do not receive the proper nutritional assistance that they need during the summer months. However, that's changing, with more and more schools now going to summer food service programs to what everybody considers in filling the hunger gap in the summer. There are some schools now who are even taking meals on buses, taking them to bus stops through their regular routes where children don't have to leave their homes and go to school, where they can go to their bus routes and get a good meal at a good nutritional value.
Back in 1985, three famous musicians, Willie Nelson, John Mellencamp, and Neil Young, started a benefit concert called Farm Aid. The first concert was at the University of Illinois' Memorial Stadium in front of a crowd of 80,000 people. Willie Nelson and John Mellencamp brought farmers' families in front of Congress to testify against the foreclosure of farms. 2 years later, after the first concert, Congress passed an act that saved many family farms across the country. Because of this act, many farmers were no longer going hungry and not being able to provide for themselves or other families across the nation. Our plan to contribute to the hunger crisis is inspired by Willie Nelson and John Mellencamp. We're going to hold a concert with all proceeds benefiting the hungry community. Admission for this concert will be able to bring in canned foods to donate to local food pantries that are set up. We may not be able to end world hunger, but we can put a tiny halt to the epidemic that spreads like wildfire with the help of you and others like you.